Good morning, everybody. This is the site of today's project. We're high on a hilltop overlooking the valley. Beautiful view, but these kind of jobs make me a little nervous. This is a garage here, and we're gonna do 10 foot of side parking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a pad out, dig a footing, try and get it into this compacted hill, and then pour our concrete, and then he's got to rip wrap it to make sure it all stabilizes. That always makes me nervous. Kind of is what it is. I mean, there's no control once we leave, but I can see that everything's real stable up here so far. It's working well, so I think he's going to be just fine. It just makes me nervous to build into this much fill, you know. Mikey and I are going to get the machine down and start marking some stuff out and moving some gravel. Alright, so what we're doing here is a 10-foot wide apron that comes somewhere in here. What we're starting with is a ledge at 14 feet. The string's at 14. We'll run the jumping jack here, knock that in real good, and that gives us a ledge to build off of. Of course, you can't build a vertical edge, so it's going to step back. By the time we get to our 10 feet, we'll have the bank in place. And he'll probably have to do another ledge for his riprap once we're all done. Man, I tell you, the slope over there is pretty crazy. Every time you turn the machine, face that downhill, it just feels like the ass end of the machine is going to come up and you're going to go tumbling down the hill. So let's hope that doesn't happen. And for a little grease, boys. We grease pretty much daily around here. These front ones down here, they're the most important ones. They get used a lot. There's a lot of movement. Constant movement. A lot of youngins, they try to put grease in and it doesn't take, and they just move on, and day after day it's the same thing. All of a sudden you hear that screeching, grinding. Getting greasy with it. It's actually moving along a little bit quicker than I thought it would. It's going really well. Well, the first 10 tons is done, and it's 10 more to go. Well, we just stopped, had a bite to eat, and now we put a little string line up. We like to use these batter boards, you know. We'll start bringing some more AB in. Well, day one is in the books, and we ran out of gravel, but we got everything up to height along our string. You can see the batter boards are up to height now, so that's pretty close. That's about 4.5 inches, 4.5, 5 inches underneath that string. We're still really deep through here, but when we dig that footing, all that can come inside. So the footing's gonna be 30 inches deep here, 24 here, 20 in the front. So we're gonna have a lot of AB coming this way, and then the 12 inches right behind the line can come this way too. So we'll just get a dump trailer full in the morning, and hopefully we'll be real close to having enough. Man, I just looked in the mirror and saw the camera laying on the fender of the trailer. I think I only made about a half block or it would have been gone. Mikey and I are back on site for day number 2 here, and we're gonna be bringing the tractor. Mikey brought his little tractor again. We're gonna be backing that baby in here and hopefully not rolling it down the hill. It's polka time! Reminds me of the VFW up there in Minnesota, you know. Well, Orville took over on the tractor for a little while, and I'm gonna run and get some rebar. Oh, I just pulled back in. Let's go see the boys did. The rebar. Nothing to it, huh?
Tractor did most of the work.
Well, yeah. But you gotta be smart enough to pull on the right lever at the right time, too.
Monkey could do it.
Yeah, but
He did do it.
we're not monkeys. How's everything looking, Mikey?
Coming together.
Alright. So it looks like we're gonna be pretty close from here. That pile of AB should do us. How does the footing look? Not too shabby. Nice work, Orville. Well, I had a low battery when I left the job site, so I didn't get the film from there, but the guys kicked some serious butt today. We got all the footing dug, all the forms set, we got everything graded, and we're basically ready to start putting rebar in, which is more than I was expecting to get done today, so my hat goes off to you guys. You guys did wonderful. And Orville's gonna go and work with Martin tomorrow, and Mikey and I are gonna finish up over there. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, YouTube. It's a beautiful day in Tucson. Pretty nice today, huh, Mikey?
Yeah, so far. It's probably going to get hot later, but about time we're wrapping it up, maybe.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna be in the 90s this week.
Yeah.
Pretty much all week. As you can see, I didn't get any shot when we left yesterday, but you can see all the forms are set. Mikey's just starting to put the rebar in now. It's looking good, real good. Should have it done fairly early today and be ready for the pour on Friday. Now, I'm not sure who invented the rebar bender cutter thing. Whoever did was probably working for the union and was probably looking for the least efficient way of doing rebar on the planet. For bending, fine and dandy, whatever. But for cutting, it is just the most slow, tedious, ridiculous bar thing. Our Maniac saw's in the shop right now, so I'm using it to cut and bend, but I mean the bending part of it actually works pretty well. Let me set up and bend one here so you can kind of see how that goes. If you haven't used one of these before, probably invest in a electric one or a cordless one, but let me show you how it goes, just for the fun of it. All right, can you see that all right? Okay, so when you're bending, you've basically got the center pivot point, and then these roll and they bend around. So I mean, they work very well for bending. I can't tell you they don't.
wherever you want your bend, line up at the center of this big round hub here. So I want to bend a 6-inch end on them. Just pull down the lever. Depending on what hardness of rebar you're using, it varies how much pressure you got to put on them, but it makes a nice tight bend. Pretty low tech for cutting. It cuts in the jaws here and here, but I'm not even going to show you that because it's such a waste of your time. Use a 14-inch concrete saw, cut your rebar with that. So with this job, I set a grade of level all the way around the entire perimeter, and I've got the last 8 feet sloped on both ends, and the middle sloped out so that the water will shed to the wall and to the gate. So the water's going to be along the wall, but that wall is perfectly level. So normally the block guy would just have to leave holes in the wall, weep holes, whatever. On this one, I'm going to propose that we just use some black ABS and some nipples, and I'm going to basically put in drains along here that'll butt up against the form, and then we'll use this cover so that nothing can crawl up in there. I don't know, you guys ever done anything like that before? It seems like it'd be a much better way of doing it rather than them little tiny weep holes trying to let all that water out that's going to come off of this building. I'll let you know if it works. Well, if you think this hill's not steep, I'm standing about 15 feet away from the slab, and my top of my head is probably about form level. You can see we're on the side of a mountain here. Pretty crazy one. And that's why we had to start with a ledge and build off of it, and why he's gonna need to do riprap like badly. Well, that's it for today. All the rebar's in the ditch. Gator bars drilled into the existing apron. We just ran one gator bar along the side. This is a 2-year warranty unit here, so no rebar grid today. We got rebar all the way around the perimeter, 3 of them, and pretty deep footing, so I think it's gonna be just fine. That's it for now. I'm gonna meet with the mason later today, and we'll see you at the pour. Good morning, YouTube. We are heading down Picture Rocks Road. I've got the pride of Picture Rocks in the back seat, Curly Sue. How's it going, Curly? Mama Concrete's riding shotgun. We are heading for the office. We got the day off today. No concrete till tomorrow. Everything's pretty much ready to go. I'd like to meet with the mason over there just to make sure that he likes everything that we're doing and to make sure the gate layout. But other than that, we are off and having kind of a fun day. On days like today, I like to leave a little bit after 9 o'clock usually, just to let the traffic die down. The traffic just don't die down like it used to in Tucson. I'm telling you, not anywhere near like it used to. It's be kind of a nice little town. Now here's the entrance ramp to the interstate at 9:15 in the morning. Alright, so I just came out of Whitecap and Paul was super duper stressed. And I hate to see a guy getting stressed like that. You know, I mean, working for somebody else and taking all that responsibility. Paul, learn to calm down, relax, be happy, and enjoy life. We all love you, and we need you around for a long time. Isn't that right, Mama Concrete? So, guys, I'm down here off of Prince Road over at the Whitecap. And what we've got going on here is absolute lunacy. This guy across the street over here got a contract to take these blue carts that are in the back of these trucks, lubricate and fix any wheels that need to be fixed or whatever that are broken. And he won this contract, and I don't think that probably he even understood the implication of winning this contract. There are Amazon Prime trailers forever around here full of these blue carts. And all he's doing is fixing up the wheels on them. So, I mean, they must be rolling in from all over the country, every distribution center in the country. And they must have a hell of a lot of broken wheels on these carts. Because the fire marshal's been called out here and they're trying to deal with it. They're trying to get all these trucks to be in a safe location, but man, they're just everywhere lining this road. There's, you know, if there was an emergency, if there was a fire, if we need to get emergency, you know, vehicles through here, it would be a nightmare. I met a FedEx truck on the way in here, and it was like super duper tight. Here comes another one. Truckers are just kind of bullies, you know. Nothing against other truckers, but they got no choice in the matter. They have to be a bully because they've got to be able to fit through these places. Isn't that crazy? This is just nuts. It's taken over the entire street and multiple streets and every parking lot around here. It's just nuts. And the whitecap's eating it.
I can hang a picture same as I can take it down.
We made it, guys. You ever need any accounting work done? These guys are pretty good. Arizona Small Business Accounting at the corner of Pima and Magnolia, right near Rosemont. Alright, we're at the QT in Tucson. It's a safe place. What do you think, Pookie? You having fun yet?
Yeah.
Do you think that our QTs are better, our quick trips are better, or the Midwestern quick trips are better?
Patrons.
You heard it, folks. On our trip, we're going to try and find a quick trip with the K and compare it to our quick trip with the Q. We'll see what happens. Well, guys, the adventure continues. Pookie Sue picked Arby's for lunch. So, I guess we'll go eat some delicious, thinly sliced beef. Whitmore first. Best Arby's in Tucson. Are you eating curly fries, Curly Sue? Nice. The hottest substance known to mankind. The Arby's jalapeno popper. Not hot, spicy-wise, but temperature-wise. Guaranteed to burn your mouth. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Got the cheese bowl. The mozzarella stick. Oh my goodness. Where's Guinness Book of World Records that you need them? Did you enjoy your lunch?
Yep.
It's mine and Pookie's favorite Arby's in town. Wetmore and First Avenue. Well, the girls and I stopped by the job site. So I want to do some final measurements to make sure I got the mud right. Always got to make sure you got enough ordered, or a little extra, of course. Mike and I did a depth check on the whole surface the other day, and it came to about 4 3/8 of an inch. So I just measure this, 20 inches, subtract 4, 16-inch depth. Look at that hill. I just got to check a little bit of the width. Call that about 13 right there. Maybe 12 and a half right there. It's supposed to be 12, so. We're like 14 there. 12 and a half there. We'll call it 13. Well, this job doesn't have any plans to go along with it, so it is what it is. I called the mason yesterday, the wife emailed the day before, and I'll try to get hold of them one more time, but I'm not sure exactly where the gate's supposed to go in the front, and then the way we're going to drain this thing. I don't know if this is a solid wall or if he's going to have
columns. I mean, like I say, there's no plans, so if he doesn't return my phone calls, I'm gonna end up setting rebars the whole way every 32 inches and just assume that's what I'm supposed to do, which probably is, but I know guys get busy and I'm just as guilty as anybody else, but I hate going into a job uncertain. I like to have everything completely figured out. So Magnus and I have been making these little drains and we're gonna set them into the concrete all along that wall, so they'll set 8 inches away from the wall, or around over there right inside of the block, it'll drain right out. So we'll see how that works out, but we got 6 of them. We have 1 at each joint. We always like to get paid up to about 15% before we pour the concrete, and we're getting the last of that today. Today has been monumentous. Magnus and I got a good start on our drains. We went and got a check from the homeowner. We went to Home Depot and got the last of the fittings we're going to need for these drains. And now, after already going to Arby's with Carly, I ended up at Culver's with Magnus.
Yeah!
Culver's, yeah. It's going to be good, huh, buddy?
Very good.
Alright, let's go get a Butterburger. Good morning, YouTube. The sun is coming up. It's about 6:28. Concrete should be here any minute. Only thing missing is Brett so far. We got Mikey, Martin, Orville, Adrian, Rodney's here with his pump, and Rodney's hand. And we're about ready to go. We got everything marked out as far as joints go. The grade's wet down, the expansion's on, the plastic's up. Let's pour some mud. 6:36. Quiet as a mouse out here. No sign of old Remus coming yet. Where are you, Uncle Remus? Where are you? Good morning.
Good morning, John.
How's it going over there?
Trying to rock them out.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Betsy on her way.
So how late is my truck?
Oh, Brandon. John wants to know how late is this truck?
I mean, I already know how late it is so far.
No,
That's 13 minutes so far, but
Has everybody called Brett, though?
let him know we got a porta potty here if he needs to stop.
Every single person call him and leave a message. And maybe, that's kind of like a hint.
What's his first truck number?
Yeah.
116? Let's see here. 116 looks like he's going.
I'm hoping
No,
that
we got
Betsy's
truck
gonna
tracking
be-
enabled. Looks like he just turned on
Betsy?
North Camino de
But
la.
Which one's she?
Oh, I can't even pronounce that last name, John. It looks like he's right there at Toledo Road.
Okay.
But I heard the.
I don't know how far that is from your job site right now, so I don't
know.
Yeah, he must have got a little lost or something maybe.
Yeah, it looks like he's at North Torlina Road and what is it? Like I said, North Camino de la Corzina.
Maybe he's in the front yard. We're in the backyard, but... Alright, well, I'll go looking for him.
You got it.
Alright, have a good day. Well, just speak of the devil and he will appear. Old Uncle Remus coming down the trail. Sneak attack from the rear. Alright, let's get this baby backed in here and get this show on the road. Not bad, huh? Last section?
Yeah, I'll take it, man.
Yeah. Easy one.
No way. It came all the way through, Robbie?
Hey, there's bumpers out there.
One drain set. We're on our second truck now. Should have plenty of mud the way it looks. You ready for another drain here, Martin?
Well, the mud is all down, all the drains are set, and all the joints are snapped. Marty's gonna start putting them in right now. Get that out of his way.
All bought in China, but the ones in China are freaking thicker.
And then put it on it.
Hey, Adrian. Yeah. Can you grab that joiner, slicer, pizza cutter, stabber thingy? What's the new name for it?
That's good. All right, so we got all the joints in, we're all caught up, and all the drains are in, everything's looking good. And the last time I shot putting a vertical groover in, I totally blew it. It was too hard. So I'm going to show you how I like to do them. The vertical groover basically makes a groove down the face of the form. I like to put a 2-foot level next to it, get it nice and plumb, and then plunge it down, just because there's nothing worse than a crooked frickin' face. Once you've stuck it in there, it's not going anywhere. Go in all the way, nice and deep. Keep it tight against the form. Makes it easier later. I mean, you got plenty of footage in here. And that's how Adrian runs the Fresno. Unanimous, huh?
Can't go to work without going to the store.
You got any words of wisdom today, Martin?
No, beautiful day to pour concrete.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Well, it's coming along nicely. We got the apron out in front and broom now. Looking good. And Brett never did show up. So I got a message for you, Brett. I got a Brett message for you, Brett. That's all right. Brace yourself. Prepare yourself. It's coming, baby. I knew these drains were going to be tricky. It was hard to get them straight.
Yeah.
You can see that it's set back from the form ways. And it's a little crooked, but oh no, it'll do its job. It'll still get water to come out, so. Martin doesn't like the vibrator because it makes it harder to pull the forms. Now we're dealing with that. Marty's kind of a genius.
Keep going.
Boink. What do you got to say to Brett, Adrian?
Should have showed up. Yeah.
Should have showed up.
I hope it was worth it.
You okay, Orville?
Yeah, I'm alright. I still love you guys.
Hey, Brett.
Well, yeah. Ain't about love.
Brett, don't forget about me.
Yeah, give him one of these. Like it.
get that moved out, I'd wait a little bit and get on this one next.
Fancy lad. Well, it's starting to warm up out there, 86 degrees. But it's looking good. Everything's broomed. Martin is just putting the finishing touches on those drains. And I'm going to grab a spray can so we can spray some cure on it. But everything's looking really good. I'll give you guys the final shot when we get back. Well, it's a done deal. The boys took off. Orville had a funeral to get to. Martin's always got something going on. Adrian took off, so it's just me and Mikey. Mikey's doing his usual cleanup. How's everything looking, Mike? Looking good?
Yeah. Everything's coming together.
Yeah. What do you got to say to YouTube today, then? I know you got something.
Oh, well,
You been watching the videos?
Working is not working.
You been watching the videos?
Some. Polly and I were, before she went to Kansas City last week, we watched a few.
So what's your honest opinion, then?
You're getting better, no doubt. They're more entertaining.
Yeah. That's good to hear. Let me know what you all think. Are they getting better? Are they getting more entertaining?
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving this like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day.
Alright, that's a wrap for this one. Mikey's got a little raking to do. Customer's happy. The landscaper's here to talk about the riprap. So, I'm glad to see that. Alright, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with all your friends. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Well, the camera tipped over for the dent in the first section. And we're going to leave it right there. That's the conversation piece where the camera tipped over. And here it is. That little dent the camera made doesn't look bad at all, but definitely not worth going out there and trying to fix it, that's for dang sure. Wish it wouldn't happen, but I didn't anticipate the wind coming up like that. So, it is what it is. Could be worse.
How did I get caught? The walls are caving in. How come I got lost in this endless spin? Why do I feel so empty deep within? Where did I go wrong?
Fitting, more fittings at Home Depot to finish the drains.
I'm living fast, I lost my
That
soul.
doesn't sound right there.
To get away.
Oh, we just stopped at Safeway for a few things. $90 worth. There we met a pretty colorful couple, Chloe and Tower. They've got a YouTube channel. It's called Mother Buckers. Check it out. I've been binge watching their stuff. It's really good. Check it out. Mother Buckers.